Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failer. Before we start our new game, I'll show you a couple of things in the options menu. So pixel size, I like the minimum, but you can play around in there. I've made the rest of the video quality kind of low in the game just because of limitations on my computer in terms of making this video recording. Here I'm showing you my keybinds. Feel free to pick whatever works for you, but just wanted you to see them because you will see my keybinds on the screen during in-game instructions. And then one thing inside of the info menu, a personal message. This is a personal message just for you. That's right, you. Here it comes. Hope you have a nice day. Smiley face. Love this game. Oh, so sweet. Okay, so let's read this conversation between Claire and her aunt. Claire, you're going to have a great time here this summer. I think it'll be good to get away from the city and take a break from everything else going on. So we're going to find out what's going on in a couple of videos from now when we get to the peak. Hold on a little longer, we're almost at the ferry. Okay, so my main idea for the beginning of my route here is to follow a natural route for someone that has no advanced knowledge of this game. You can talk to Aunt May here. We're actually going to try to sneak past her and she'll stop us and we'll get this extra line of dialogue. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, you're not just going to wander off without saying hi to Aunt May, are you? I haven't seen you all day. Sorry, I just didn't feel like talking. What's going on? It's nothing. I've just been waiting around for a call. Well, there's your problem. There's no reception out here. What? Yeah, I mean, pretty much no reception. You might be able to get some at Hawk Peak. Oh, yeah, I guess. But that's pretty far, isn't it? It's not that far. We've all made the trek before. I figured you would have gone already. Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to go, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Well, today's as good a day as any. Just take White Beach Trail. So notice that one right there, White Beach Trail, and head north at the fork, and then follow the signs to Hawk Peak. No problem. Okay, I'm going to talk to the NPCs repeatedly just to make sure that we see all the dialogue that they give, and eventually they start saying the same thing, and I'm going to keep talking to them until they say the same thing. So here we're learning about the updrafts. Isn't it kind of dangerous? Not really. It'll be no problem for you. I love how encouraging this game is. Oh, so good. So here's another reference to this thing that they talked about in the car. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Don't worry about it, dear. So again, we'll find out about this once we get to the peak. A nice hike will help us take our mind off it. Yes, it will. All right, so now I think we've gotten to the repeating line. Actually, maybe not quite yet. Great food and also cell phone reception. Yep, cities are pretty good. They're building a new radio tower. Oh, that'll be nice. Okay, so here is the repeating text, so I'll show it to you twice, and then we'll take a look at our first signpost. So remember Aunt May said follow the signs for the White Beach Trail, but here it says the White Coast Trail. And in fact, on a couple of other signs, it says White Coast Trail. Claire, did you know you can hold space while running to glide through the air? Of course, everyone knows that. Why do you ask? I don't know, just had a feeling you might want to know. Okay, so then we'll talk to this person again. That's all they have to say, but we're going to annoy them to no end here by repeatedly asking them the same question. You hold space while running, dummy. Cool, just wanted to make sure you haven't forgotten. I don't forget anything. I'm a genius. Okay, one last time. What was that thing you said? Hold space while running to glide. Okay, thanks. Seriously, just one last time. Hold space to glide. Okay, I promise I won't forget. Just one more. No. No, no, no more. All right, so I think we've pushed this person to their limit here. Let's keep on going. So the first few NPCs, some of them have like little tutorial information, which is pretty cool. We'll talk to this next person who will give us a quest that we'll do many videos from now. Hey, you, find me 15 shells. What? Why? I want them. Yeah, but why? It's a secret. Heh, okay, I'll keep an eye out. Keep both eyes out, please. So what's the deal with the shells? It's none of your business, except for the business of you getting me 15 of them. Okay, let's keep on trucking. There's a stick on the ground. We're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore just about every collectible in the early game. There's a sign. We'll read it. Ranger's Cabin, and again, White Coast Trail, but Aunt May said White Beach Trail. Must have been a change that they made in the text at some point, and then just forgot to update what Aunt May said. It's one of those kinds of days. Yeah, I've been kind of caught up in my head all morning. Would you say you feel lost and directionless? Maybe. Well, I've got just the thing for you. Take this. You've found a compass. So the compass will make it easier for us to kind of navigate our way around the island, and also it'll make it easier for you to follow along with me if you're playing along with me. You can take a look at the compass in the top right hand side of the screen once I equip it. Okay, so M is my keybind for menu. Compass tells you which way is north. Select to turn on or off. So there it is. So this island is taller in the north-south direction than it is wide in the east-west direction. And most of the action, at least in the early game, is in the south. Okay, Hawk Peak Trail, that's where we're going. Aunt May, remember, said turn right at the first fork, so that's what we're doing, like the good little bird that we are. And even though this is an open world game, we're going to get to our first roadblock here. So we'll talk to this guy. I was planning on hiking to Hawk Peak, but the path suddenly got steep. Be easier if you had a golden feather. Apparently they sell them at the visitor center. So here we learn that golden feathers make it easier to climb, or actually I don't think it said anything about climbing, just flying. Makes you feel lighter. And then this person talks about taking a photograph once they get to the top, if they get to the top. But it's a long hike. My aunt's always like, it's a short hike anyway, but she's a total outdoors geek. So I think she underestimates it. I'd say so. If we make it up at the same time, you'll have to get my picture. Sounds like a plan. See you there. All right, so that picture is one of 12 available trophies in this game. We'll get all of them. Okay, but jump, jump, jump as I might, I can't make it up here. So in order to proceed, we need our first golden feather. So I mentioned that we're going to be skipping most of the collectibles. The easiest first golden feather to get is to gather 40 coins and then turn them in at the visitor center for your first feather, and then you gather another 40 coins for your second feather at that same visitor center. That's probably the intended way to get the first few feathers, but one of the things I'm going to try to do in this playthrough, I'll read here. Hey dude, what's happening? Oh, you know, just jamming out on the beach, building sandcastles and whatnot. Sounds like a good time. You know it. Can I borrow your shovel? Sorry, bud. I need it for sandcastle construction. Isn't it a little big for that? Yeah, but that's just how shovels are. You can get smaller ones made for sandcastles. What? Sounds fake. But if you can show me one, I'd be glad to trade. So this is our first fetch quest that we're going to do. If you can find me a better suited shovel, I'd be totes down to trade. So one of the goals of my playthrough is to gather all of the coins, and I want to gather all those coins before I spend a single one of them. And so that's why we need to put on hold this idea of collecting coins and then spending the first 40 of them on 2 feathers. I'm busy. Hey there, what are you up to today? I'm hiking up to Hawk Peak. That's a tough hike. You know, you'll need to learn to rock climb to make it to the top. Why not join our rock climbing club? Oh, is it just the 2 of you? Hey! The Rock Climbers Association has hundreds of members spanning over 35 countries worldwide. Hundreds of members growing and refining the art of rock climbing, pushing the craft to its absolute limit and beyond. I meant, if it's just the 2 of you, like, here. What of it? Listen, kid, climbing ain't for the weak of heart. Most people don't have what it takes. It's not really that bad. So anyway, you want to join the Climbers Club? So here's a little splice here. I just want to show you all the dialogue. So if you say no, then it just says, okay, you know, come back if you want to join. So then we join. Third member, not third, just another drop in the hundreds worldwide. All right, all right. Anyway, so first things first, you got a golden feather? Oh, not yet. You can't climb without one, but you can buy them at the visitor center. They should be pretty cheap. Come back when you bought one. So again, an opening tutorial here. In fact, I saw an interview with the creator of this game, and he talked about how people just kind of miss the idea that you should be climbing. Oh, here's the secret. Climb, climb all the time. Neat. And so he put in this little rock wall minigame to make sure that more folks understood the mechanics of climbing. I've heard some rumors. Do you like rumors? I dabble. Okay, hear me out. Jim just bought a metal detector. He was running around yesterday looking for stuff around the island. It was going nutso. Seems like there's stuff buried all over the island. What kind of stuff? I don't know. Metal stuff? Jim doesn't actually own a shovel. All right, so there's our task. We had to get a shovel, and we need to get a toy shovel. So Deborah was up at Outlook Point. She said you could see through the binoculars a mysterious island. We're going to see that mysterious island in the next video through those binoculars. I'm all out. Okay, so we got to get a real shovel to dig some stuff, and we got to get a toy shovel first to trade with the frog to get his real shovel in return for the toy shovel. So we proceed merrily along. Here's a kind of 4-way intersection. We'll come back to this one a few times. Hawk Peak Trail is to the left. We'll head over to the visitor center to the right, and we'll meet the park ranger. Howdy, how can I help you? I heard you sell golden feathers here. Oh, we do. You can buy one for 40 coins. I'll take it. I don't have any coins, which is too bad. And then we can talk to him again, ask about the merch. We're kind of low on stock, but that's good actually. It's been a busy season. Provincial parks must be trending or something. It's possible. Anyway, we only have one hat left. It costs 100 coins. I'll take it. I don't think you can afford it. That's true. It's going to be a while before we can afford it. Okay, and then we'll read the sign. Welcome to Hawk Peak Provincial Park. Enjoy a scenic trek to Outlook Point or follow Hawk Peak Trail up to the highest point in the province. Although this island is known for its titular mountain peak, it is also home to a number of beautiful beaches and forests. Did you know the infamous local dish, strawberries and toast, was invented here? Please join us at 5 p.m. to enjoy a delicious serving. Excellent. We will do that many videos from now. There's a trophy related to that. Let's come down here. There's a couple of trailers, and we'll talk to this guy out in front. Excuse me, do you have the time? Yeah, let me check. See, normally I would know the time. I just lost my watch. So this is another fetch quest we're going to do. But again, this one will come much, much later. It costs money to complete this fetch quest. Please don't sell it on the internet or whatever. It's very valuable to me. No, don't worry. I'll bring it right back. Okay, thanks. And then this is actually the time that I recorded the video, was at 6:35. Do you think someone else might have found it already? Well, no, my phone number is on the back, so if someone found it, they'd call me. Unless they really needed money or something and sold it on the internet. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure it's still out there. I just don't get the internet. Don't trust it. Never will. Please find my watch before internet thieves find it first. Okay, we will. But again, many videos from now. Okay, so you can see that star in the ground. Kind of reminds me of something from Animal Crossing. It won't be the last time something in this game reminds me of something in Animal Crossing. Oh, there's a feather. I want it. And get up there. Come on, Claire, you can do it. Come on, Claire, you can do it. Okay, so apparently we don't have the tools to do it yet. Maybe there's some way to kind of sneak your way up there using some specialized speedrun tech, but we're going to go slow and steady. There's going to be a marathon race at Meteor Lake today. The competition is fierce. My nephew is running in the marathon. He's been out training all morning. If you see him out there, make sure he's taking breaks. Also, make sure he's drinking lots of water. Never overlook hydration. All right, fair enough. Hey, look at this, gang. It's a toy shovel. Give it. Okay, we're going to ignore that shell, and we're going to head back to the frog, and we'll trade our toy shovel for his real shovel. So the first fetch quest almost complete. Okay, so as I was mentioning, we're ignoring just about all collectibles, including all coins at this point. I just thought it'd be easier for me to organize the playthrough by ignoring the coins and doing them later. All right, here's a shovel that might be more his size. We're trading, and now we have a real shovel, which allows us to dig up some hidden stuff under the ground. My productivity is going to skyrocket with a shovel like this. Okay, so take a look at the sand. There's hardly any sandcastles built. We're just going to get off screen. I like going over here to the southern end of this little beach, flying until I glide and then hit the water and then turning around. That's far enough off screen. And we're going to see a lot more sandcastles there than there were before. So let's see what our frog buddy's up to. My sandcastle is now part of Sand City, and also I'm running in a hotly contested election for mayor. Hold on, the election results are just coming in. Okay. I'm tallying them up. 3rd place? What? I built this city. Sorry about the loss. It was a tough race, but it's okay. I managed to secure a seat on the city council. Okay, and then he's repeating, so we're going to glide off of this southern tip again, and again, the sandcastles will grow as soon as we get off screen and then back on. And then we're going to see something really exciting. Is our first feather that we can actually reach. But first we'll talk to Froggy. Whoa, the city has really been growing, huh? Oh, this isn't a Sand City anymore, it's a Sand Province. This time I'm running for Premier. Sure, I wasn't elected as mayor, but this time I'm really doubling down on outreach and I'm promoting policies I really think will resonate with my key districts. Once I'm elected, I'll use my provincial influence to finally exert control over the city of Shanbi. Ha 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 ha. Whoa, then the first legislation I'll pass will exist to consolidate my allies in Parliament. The second legislation, free candy for all. Excellent. So America's really politically divided at the moment, but I think free candy for all is something we can all get behind. All right, let's grab our first feather, hop on up, and there you go. Feather 1 of 20. Outstanding. Okay, and now that we have our feather, we can do this rock climbing little mini game here, this wall climbing tutorial. You got a golden feather? Yep, great. So to get started, you try climbing this short wall here, push against the wall and hold space. So I'm holding up and left, and then holding down space, holding all those buttons together. Nice one. Whatever, that climb is easy. Real pros use the big wall. If you're having trouble with the big wall, just watch my technique. It's highly refined from years of climbing. So I'm going to try to climb the big wall, but you'll see the feather in the lower left-hand side will disappear before I get to the top. I can't make it from with just the one feather. So these feathers act like a stamina bar, for example, in like the two recent Zelda games like Breath of the Wild and DOTK. Okay, so it was all right. We were able to fly from the one wall to the other, and then this is the feather stamina tutorial. Next is to Hawk Peak. I still need to warm up, but I'll see you up there. All right. Sorry about Tim. It's not personal. He's just cranky today. I'm fine. We're really glad you joined. Thanks. So why is he cranky? Actually, he's always a little bit cranky. I can hear you, you know. I guess I'll see you at Hawk Peak. I'm not going to lie. It'll be a tough climb. Well, you know what they say. What? Climb, climb all the time. Oh, that's Claire sending Tim's words right back to him. Excellent. Okay, and then this is repeating, so I think we're ready to head out and maybe grab our second feather. And it's going to be the one that was just out of reach before the other one, the only other one that we saw in this video. And once we grab that feather, we'll begin climbing a tiny bit more. So it's right up here, and then we'll end this video with 2 feathers under our belt. Excellent. Okay, so we'll start climbing, and at the tail end of this video, oh, here, we'll read the sign first. Hawk Peak Trail is a strenuous hike. You might need golden feathers to complete it. Golden feathers are for sale at the visitor center, so clearly they intend for you to get your first 1 or 2 golden feathers by buying them at the visitor center. But they don't understand that we need to first collect 2,312 coins before we buy anything. And we will end this video right here and pick up here next time. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.